So let's remind ourselves the cool stuff about a right triangle. So if I label this triangle A, B, and C, sides A and B are called legs, and side C is called the hypotenuse. That's why this sticker is funny.
What did you say?
Hypotenuse.
I don't get it.
It says hippopotamus instead of hypotenuse. It's a hippo. Okay, now here's the kicker. What kind of triangle did we have when we did our Starburst activity? We had a right triangle. This can only work with a right triangle. Okay? And like Henry said, 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. Okay? So the formula that I want you to write down, is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Hello. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. As you write this down, I want to introduce you to our Education Academy teacher. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Bryce, and yeah.
Okay. She's gonna help us for the rest of the semester. We're gonna call her Miss, is it Peralta? Miss Peralta. Okay, say hi, Miss Peralta.
Hi.
This is algebra class.
Okay.
So, okay.
You may see me stop
What?
there.
We're a
bit
Your
psycho.
teacher.
Oh, yeah.
So if you see me coming in, I'm watching her.
This is Mr. Polkowski. He is a track coach. Those of you who are gonna run next year.
Kyron's not without track. I don't know about that one.
All right. Okay, Ian. A and B are what? Legs. C, Kari, is the what? Hypotenuse. Okay. The biggest thing we need to make sure we do with this formula is the hypotenuse is always the loner. Okay. So, zoom in on number 1. X is labeled as a leg or hypotenuse. Jacob says hypotenuse. Okay. So as we like take notes, we just kind of we around. Yeah. And then when we talk,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now we know that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So what we're gonna do, 5 and 12 are the legs. So I want you to write 5 squared plus 12 squared. Our hypotenuse is labeled as what? So we're gonna write this as x squared. Okay. Now, don't work too far ahead of me because some of you aren't doing the right thing. With your fancy calculator. Ooh, I'm over here. I have this cool poster that I'm gonna pretend to push the buttons on. The square button is right here. So you can press 5 squared. If you can't remember that 5 squared is what? 25. And 12 squared is 144. I'm going to tell you that. What's 25 plus 144?
69.
Okay. Okay, so Brooks is saying we need to do what to both sides?
Divide them by 2.
What?
I know.
Okay. How do we undo a square?
Unsquare it.
Aha. square root. I will show you. Everybody look at me in the face. Everybody look at my face. Noah? Connor? Okay. Do you see this where it says the square button? Do you see how right above it, there's like the little radical roof? You're going to press second, and then you're going to press this button. And what happens? It's a square root. So then type in 169.
You have to put 2 in the parentheses.
Okay, so you guys, you have to press second square root and then type in 169. Who did not get that?
Mine says 165, 148, 85, 116.
Put second, press second.
And then the weird square button.
Okay, 169.
I got it. Don't worry.
Noah, did you get it? Connor, did you get it? Okay. Who else has still not gotten it?
I don't understand it. Like, what button? Square. I don't want to send me. See, Drew could have just told me that.
Where's
Like,
No, you have to do second square root, then 169.
Yeah, mine just said
Then
it's
169.
1.000170.
It's 13.
Okay,
that
wrong
makes-
button. Second, this button.
Not supposed to be second, 169.
Okay,
Wait, which button?
second, this guy. Second, that guy. Now 169. Oh my goodness. Did we get it?
Yeah, I got overflowed.
Second, this button. 169.
Watch this. You want to see my bowl?
No, I don't. Okay, what I want you to do, I want you to go to number 4, and I want you to set up and solve number 4.
Ellie was taking Brooks' phone.
Maybe it should be in phone jail with the other phones.
Yeah, but
There
it
was
was
not
not
a
a distraction.
Yeah, well, that's where it should be. Okay, you are trying number 4. Set it up, solve for X. Numero quattro.
225.
No, it was. Already finished.
15. 15.
Aren't they nice?
And they're pretty warm.
You just burst my bubble almost every day.
You get to walk around the room and I have to stay here.
Yep. Okay, Eli, how did you set up the Pythagorean theorem for this one? Okay, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Do you agree with Eli?
All I'm saying.
Ooh, double thumbs up over there. Okay, cool. Allison, if we take 9 squared plus 12 squared, what number do we get? 225. Now, some of you are cool enough to already know the answer without your calculator,
Yeah, that's me.
but we're gonna square root both sides. And when we take the square root of 225, we get
I recognize. I would never.
15. Okay. This is great. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Are we ever gonna do like post and tan and
not until next year.
Not until next year.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to go to number 5. What's different about number 5? Raise your hand. So, okay. I'm the only one talking right now. Ellery, just to clarify, all of these should be right triangles. Otherwise, we can't use the Pythagorean theorem. But it's a wonderful observation. Okay, Jacob, you had your hand up. What's different?
The hypotenuse is filled in instead.
The hypotenuse is filled in instead of the leg. So if we are going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, we better use x squared plus 8 squared equals 10 squared. Okay. So we have x squared plus 64 equals 100. Okay, now what's different? What are we gonna have to do to get x squared alone? We're gonna have to subtract 64. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Is it passing period before class?
I said it at the
I can get automatic.
Okay, so how about you do this? Turn to page 5 and you do number 7, since obviously you don't need numbers. Ooh, that is a great question that somebody else has that question also. Raise your hand if you can tell me how we know which one the hypotenuse is, Kari. It is always across from the right angle. That is the hypotenuse. Correct. The C is the most important, and then the other two are A and B. Okay, so
I got 8.0.
so we know 9 is the hypotenuse, so 9 has to be the low. So then we have x squared plus 4 squared. Let's see. Is that 81 minus 36? 65?
36.
16, sorry. So we're gonna, I'm gonna have you write 8.1.
My word.
So we round up.
Go ahead and round to 1 decimal place.
I had that since the beginning of class.
You didn't even know how to use that calculator at the beginning of class.
I would still prefer to use it.
I want exactly like this. You want to see something cool?
So if you want to use that one instead of this.
I want to use.
So I got that.
8.1.
8.1.
All right. So to clarify, Isaac here. The hypotenuse, remember, is the loner. He's all by himself on one side of the equal sign. So 9 squared is alone, and then x squared plus 4 squared, those are our legs. So I think we are all fine getting to x squared equals 65. Some of you are panicking. I'm getting a decimal. Okay, that's fine. When we take the square root of 65, you get a decimal. Go ahead and round to 1 decimal place, 8.1. Okay. Okay, now, these problems that we've just done are problems where I'm giving you that it's a right triangle and we're using it, okay? Now, if the triangle is not a right triangle, will the Pythagorean theorem work? No. So if you go down a little bit further to like number 15 through 20, I'm giving you 3 sides to a triangle and we have to decide, is it a right triangle or not? Well, if the Pythagorean theorem works, it's a right triangle. If the Pythagorean theorem doesn't work, it's not a right triangle. So if we look at number 15, how do I know which one the hypotenuse is? It's the longest one. So we're just going to say, all right, the longest one is C. and the other two are A and B. Okay, so help me out. In your calculator, go ahead and write this down first. We need to decide, is 10 squared plus 15 squared equal to 20 squared?
Wait, how do you write the equal 20 squared?
So we're not gonna do like an equal sign. So how about this, Kyron? What is 10 squared plus 15 squared?
It's like 325.
Do you agree with Kyron? It's 325 on this side? 100 plus 225? Okay. What's 20 squared? Hey, Ian, are those two equal? Okay. Not a right triangle because the Pythagorean theorem doesn't work. Does that bother you? Connor, do you have a question? No? No? Okay, so now look at number 16. Look at number 16. Gabe, which one would the hypotenuse be in this case, or maybe be? Okay, so 25 we're gonna use as C. So we need to decide, is 7 squared plus 24 squared equal to 25 squared? Do you have an answer?
I was gonna say, do we even really solve this? It's 24, so if we say 25, that's adding 7 squared to it, obviously.
Well, we gotta check. We gotta check. So I know 7 squared is 49 and 24 squared is 600 something.
Yeah, they're equal.
Okay. So when I add them together, what do we get?
You're writing it down.
625, and 25 squared is? They equal. That makes me happy. Yes, we have a right triangle because, you know, the Pythagorean theorem works. Thank you for reading my mind. Okay.